Hey guys, it's David here, coming at you with sort of an emergency video here. About half an hour ago, I posted that it is 6 a.m. and that if anybody liked my Facebook status, that I would upload a video of me shotgunning a Surge classic drink from the 1990s and reading a passage from The Dark Tower, Book 4, Wizard and Glass by Stephen King. I purchased this at Half Price Books, which is the only bookstore in the nation that sells used books. Come on down to the location of Half Price Books to get good prices on some good books and some bad books. They have bad books there too. Not every book can be a winner. A lot of them are good. You know, if I wrote a book, it wouldn't be that good until I practiced a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if I ever write a book, I'll let you guys know. So let's get started on shotgunning this here Surge. Just to prove that it is 7 in the morning, you can take a look out my window there. See, everything's all blue, like the Dark Knight. They achieved that effect in The Dark Knight by actually filming every single scene at like 6:30 to 7 a.m. That's how Christopher Nolan did it. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to be using my Gerber Paraframe knife here. I like this knife. It's got a good little flick to it. This is how you shotgun a drink. Sometimes beer, if you're over 21. Right now I am doing a Surge. If I drank a beer, I'd probably go to sleep right now because I'm quite tired. I've been up many hours for no real reason. Let's do it. Carve a little hole in there. Then you put your mouth up to the hole. Okay, that was that was sickeningly sweet. So let's get started. Hopefully I introduce you guys to a great adventure. I recommend everybody read this book series. This is where I'm at. Very beginning of book 4. Okay. There was a prologue here. I skipped over the prologue because it's actually from the end of book 3. And I said that I would be reading a passage from book 4. So I'm not going to cheat you guys out on book 4 here. Okay, so chapter 1, Beneath the Demon Moon. The town of Candleton was a poised and irradiated ruin, but not dead. After all the centuries, it still twitched with tenebrous life, trundling beetles the size of turtles, birds that looked like small misshapen dragonlets, a few stumbling robots that passed in and out of the rotten buildings like stainless steel zombies, their joints squalling, their nuclear eyes flickering. "Show your pass, pard," cried the one that had been stuck in a corner of the lobby of the Candleton Travelers Hotel for the last 234 years. Embossed on the rusty lozenge of its head was a 6-pointed star. It had over the years managed to dig a shallow concavity in the steel-sheathed wood wall blocking its way. But that was all. "Show your pass, pard. Elevated radiation levels possible south and east of town. Show your pass, pard. Elevated radiation levels possible south and east of town." A bloated rat, blind and dragging its guts behind it in a sack like a rotten placenta, struggled over the I'm sorry, I'm bad at reading right now because it's very early. I'm kind of messing up some words here. I'll go back to right where I was. Elevated radiation levels possible. Dadratit and God's Cusset. Behind it, in the hotel bar, the skulls of men and women who had come in here for one last drink before the cataclysm caught up with them grinned as if they had died laughing. Perhaps some of them had. When Blaine the Mono blammed overhead, running up the night like a bullet running up the barrel of a gun, windows broke, dust sifted down, and several of the skulls disintegrated like ancient pottery vases. Outside, a brief hurricane of radioactive dust blew up the street, and the hitching post in front of the elegant beef and pork restaurant was sucked into the squally updraft like smoke. In the town square, the Candleton fountain split in two, spilling out not water, but only dust, snakes, muty scorpions, and a few of the blind, trundling turtle beetles. Then the shape which had hurtled above the town was gone as if it had never been. Candleton reverted to the moldering activity which had been its substitute for life over the last 2.5 centuries, and then the trailing sonic boom caught up, slamming its thunderclap above the town for the first time in 7 years, causing enough vibration to tremble the mercantile store on the far side of the fountain. The posse robot tried to voice one final warning. Elevated rate, and then it stops there, and then quit for good, facing into its corner like a child that has been bad. Okay, let me read the back of the book for you so you get a little glimpse of it. Set in a world of extraordinary circumstances, filled with stunning visual imagery and unforgettable characters, the Dark Tower series is unlike anything you've ever read. Here is Stephen King's most visionary piece of storytelling, a magical mix of fantasy and horror that may well be his crowning achievement. Join the quest for the elusive Dark Tower. Now that's the blurb about the series as a whole. Here's a blurb about Wizard and Glass, Book 4, which I'm reading right now, which I just read a passage to you. At last, Stephen King returns to the Dark Tower with the eagerly anticipated 4th volume in his best-selling series. Roland, the last gunslinger, and his band of followers have narrowly escaped one world and slipped into the next. It is here that Roland tells them a long-ago tale of love and adventure involving a beautiful and quixotic woman named Susan Delgado. With shocking plot twists and a driving narrative force, Wizard and Glass is the book readers have been waiting for. And the tower is closer. With full-color illustrations by Dave McKean. That's all right here. I read this part first to give you a feel, and then I read this part second. And then this is where it says by Dave McKean, the illustrations. Let's see. Here's an illustration. That's pretty neat. There's like art. I don't know what that is because I'm not at that part of the book yet. Okay, well, thank you for being with me here today in this early morning breakfast surge. Have a great morning. Or, you know, if you're up like me, maybe you'll sleep in the next couple hours. I don't know. I might not. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.